What it do? What it do? What it do? Fifth quarter Cowboys in here, back with another Freaky Friday. I got my brother Cowboys corner with me. What's up, man? How you doing, man? Cowboys in here, back with another
You know,
Friday. I got my brother
it's Friday.
Cowboys corner with me. What's
The
up, man? How you
original
doing, man?
tribal chief is
Cowboys in
back.
here. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, it's Friday. The original tribal chief is back.
The original. What's up, Daniel?
Solo,
Here,
Solo's a messed up. Tribal chief about to go over there and wreck havoc.
wreck havoc. Wreck havoc.
As
Seems
Cody
like
Rhodes says, cross playing the tribal chief.
seems like what's up, George? What it do? Prime time. What it do? Hope y'all having a good Friday. I am. Today was my last day at my current job. Well, it's not my job no more. So we're good. What's up, bro? At work. Can't join with this Jerry Jones. He's saying what it do, what it do, what it do. Eastside Harold in the house, Tori in the house. What's up, everybody, man? Yeah, we finna get into it, y'all. Like I said, hope everybody having a good Friday so far. Cowboys Corner, how was your day, man?
Hey, birds chirping, grass is green. We had a cold front come through. It was 65 degrees.
That rhymed.
I'm a rhymer. You didn't know that?
Already. We already got 11 people cranking already. All right. So let's get into it. It ain't no news if it ain't cowboy news, and if it ain't some shit to stir. And we know who's the main stirrer of this goddamn shit all the time. He got the big old spoon stirring shit all the time. What's up? Salute to you, Tori. I'm at work. Glad y'all on. No doubt, bro, for sure. Um, just right into it because we're not gonna be long. Cowboy Corner. How much stock are you putting into Jerry with the whole "there's no urgency" thing? Are people taking it wrong? How you feel? He
Oh, yeah.
meant, and so
Oh,
just
yeah.
give me your feel on it.
Well, people taking it wrong. Zeke was in Cabo once upon a time, and Tony Pollard was having a hell of a camp. And Jerry Jones said, Zeke who? Why? While Zeke was over there in Cabo. So, the man, I don't think Zeke got signed up until what, September? September, something like that. Someone check the numbers. Where's Brando at? Check those numbers, Brando. And, yeah, man, I think I think Cowboy fans are so desperate because they didn't do anything in the offseason. The NFL draft was, it was, I liked it. But a lot of Cowboy fans did. Then, you come in here and, the moves, the franchise, all of it's been stale. So when people hear Jerry Jones speak like he did to the media the other day, it's going to ruffle up some feathers because the feathers already been ruffled since January, since we lost to the Packers. So Cowboy fans just need to calm down. We're talking about Jerry Jones here, Mr. Media, and I think at the end of the day, Ceedee Lamb's going to get signed, and it's just a matter of when. Brandon Ayuk, there's some talks, that wide receiver the 49ers are supposed to pay. But, the 49ers got other contracts to look at. Fred Warner, you got Deebo Samuel, you got Brock Purdy. They're kind of in the same boat as the Cowboys. There's talks about him going up to the Steelers. So, Cowboys just got to take care of their business, take care of their people. If they're going to talk about building to the draft and signing their own players, they need to either put up or shut up. And this is the type of player that you have to sign. Like, this is the type of player you want to keep, and you want to keep him happy too. He's over there gonna have to go on Twitter putting LOL fifth quarter. He's over there putting LOL because he knows that he ain't freaking out. He knows that those millies are coming. It's just a matter of when. And you can't sign them all. Who you gonna single out? And CeeDee Lamb is not going to be the one getting singled out. I can tell you that.
Oh man, I did not expect that to be your take.
You
Um,
did?
no, I did that sounded like some Jerry might have wrote right there.
What?
Yeah, man, I got to be honest with you. I got to be honest with you. I didn't expect that. Well, here's my take on it. To one of your first point, you mentioned when Zeke got signed. Um, that didn't do us any good. Zeke missing 5 games. He came back. He didn't even crack 1,000 yards, and he only had 7 touchdowns that season. So what if Ceedee Lamb missed 5 games? He come back stinking it up. Zeke had like 980 something. He didn't even crack 1,000. Only 7 touchdowns. He was averaging 4.1 yards a carry when he came back. So I don't like that analogy that Zeke still got signed. But look when he got signed. Look what it did to the camaraderie of the offensive line and him not being there for those 5 games. I don't want Dak to create a rhythm with somebody else. Then CD pop back up like, hey, let me get my spot back. Whoever Dak got this rhythm with, Dak know this guy pace, this guy speed. When this guy gonna look around, now let me get it back with CD. I don't want that. I want CD there game one, and I blame Jerry for this bullshit. And I don't like the fact that he said ain't no urgency on it. Don't say that. It is urgency on signing your number one best wide receiver in the NFL, in my opinion. This is complete bullshit for Jerry to do this, to even say that. Sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up. I would have told them what's going on with us and CeeDee Lamb is our business. I'm not answering that question. CeeDee Lamb, like, I don't like that. I don't want CeeDee Lamb to miss 5 games. I don't want CeeDee Lamb to miss 6 games or whatever. It's ridiculous. CeeDee Lamb should be signed. Pay, and you're like you used to lose on D-Lock, pay the man. What are you doing? What are you waiting on? Zeke missed 5 games and came back slow as hell. Like I don't like that. It doesn't do us any good as a team that's trying to win something more. That your number one, top 3, top 2 best receivers in the NFL last year is not signed. This is so ridiculous at this point, man. You cannot. It should not be like this right now. This is not what we should be going through with somebody of caliber of CeeDee Lamb. He should be signed. He should be paid. And Jerry runs his damn mouth too much. He got up there and said he overpaid Dak. Now he up there saying this shit. Tony Pollard did decent in the preseason and whatever it was. Zeke who. Stop playing like that. Stop doing that to these guys, man. It's not cool. Dez went through the same shit. I don't like that. I don't like these guys missing games, man. We starting out fucking up. We starting out bad already. Why is CeeDee Lamb not signed? It makes no sense. Pay the man. And I don't think it's a well. I don't want to use the word fair, but I don't like comparing what they got going on with that boy over there in San Fran. We not San Fran. We not them. You can bet your ass they gonna get that figured out. This is not the same situation. For one, they owner don't talk, they GM don't talk, and they better than us, and they win more games and they kick our ass every year. For me, this is just bad business, like always with Jerry. When it comes to these guys, you create bad energy around the team. You got a fiasco to say. Now you got this Dak Parsons. Yeah, everybody can't get signed. That's the game. That's the sport. But this is CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb needs to be signed right now. This is your bread and butter. This is your number one scorer over everybody. This is the guy that you go to when you need them extra yards. CeeDee Lamb has displayed undeniable talent over the past however many years he's been with us. And every year he's gotten better. Yard is getting better. Every year. You don't need CeeDee Lamb to miss 4 or 5 games because you don't want to pay this guy who's a real showstopper, who's a high jersey seller. I just don't like it. I definitely didn't think that what you was gonna go with it. I thought you was gonna be more so like, yeah, we need to go. But your opinion is cool. Cowboy Chan, what's up?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
That much. How you feel about the Jerry comment saying it ain't no urgency to get CeeDee Lamb signed?
Oh, that's a part of the soap opera drama that continues to happen. To be really honest, he should have been fine. He should have been fine. But at the same time, the Cowboys still got him on contract, and if they wanted to, if they wanted to fuck him, they can do franchise tag for 2 years. So this, like the whole thing, is just being blown out of proportion.
Okay. So just a follow-up question to that. corner. So you think Ceedee not gonna be here game one, like the kickoff?
Oh yeah, he'll be there in Cleveland in that nasty stadium. He'll be there. That's where they just had SummerSlam at too. So he'll be there. I dude, like we're still in August. We haven't hit double digit days in August yet. I think people need to calm down. If he's truly that showstopper and all the right things you said about him, he's gonna get paid. Now that's just what it is, and he'll get paid with the Dallas Cowboys. And that's just the nature of the beast, man. But he'll definitely be there week one.
Okay, I like that. So there it is. Cowboys corner. Think Ceedee will be there week one. I've been saying all summer that I've been saying like I knew this was gonna happen. I've been saying all summer I've been nervous just because we know Ceedee Lamb is stubborn just by what he do on the field, and we know how Jerry would do. If it ain't, they probably get the deal done with Dak first because that's how Jerry view his quarterbacks and his true stars in the face of the team. Cowboys corner, if you will, talk about the little cornerback thing we just had going on with Booth and Nashawn Wright.
Yeah, no. If you follow me, I want the Cowboys to get rid of roster garbage, and Nashawn Wright was a piece of the garbage that needed to get thrown out. And that happened today. The Dallas Cowboys strike a deal, corner to corner deal, kind of like what the Dolphins and the Cowboys did last year with Bossman Fat and Noah Igbinoghene. All right, they got Andrew Booth Jr. out of Clemson in 2022, a second-round pick in exchange for Nashawn Wright, who was a third-round pick, a head-scratcher, a Dan Quinn pick. And, I remember talking on the Frisk Report. If you guys follow me on the Frisk Report, you remember me talking about Andrew Booth Jr., and I talked about him a lot. And I think he has high upside. Where he went in the second round is where I thought he should have been. It hasn't worked out with this new coaching staff that the Vikings have because Mike Zimmer drafted him in 2022 there. And so I like the upside more than I did Nashawn Wright's upside.
Okay.
Period. I think Andrew Booth Jr. under Al Harris, with his style, with his play, with his size, I think you're going to see. I think you're going to see a lot of untapped potential there. And maybe in week one, Noah Igbinoghene picked up the block field goal and ran it in for the first touchdown of the year last year for the Dallas Cowboys against them stank-ass Giants. So, what can Andrew Booth Jr. do? All right, we got rid of Bossman Fat. Now we're getting rid of Nashawn Wright, and that was the right move to bring in Booth Jr. from Clemson.
Cool. Appreciate the intel right there, brother. For the people that didn't know, you hear right there from Cowboys Corner about the info. Cowboys Champ, I'm gonna come back to you quick with the Ceedee Lamb thing. Does this create any type of bad blood between the team, the organization, and Ceedee Lamb, or do you just look at it as business, and when Ceedee Lamb get paid, he'll come and do his job? You're on mute, champ. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Man, it can create some type of havoc. It depends on if he get that far.
Okay.
Because like me too, Jerry Jones he'll really don't need to be trying to negotiate with the players. He should already have somebody doing that. And Clarence Thomas, Clarence Thomas from Beat Writer. My bad, Clarence Hill. He said that Ceedee agent was in Paris. So that's probably one reason why the deal hasn't got done yet.
Okay.
So we'll see about that.
Okay. In my opinion, I don't think it creates bad blood, but I do feel like it creates a distance from that guy. You have a job when you get to the point where you like, look, I'm just doing my shit and I'm just going home. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm just gonna go home. Like I really feel like it's gonna create that. It's gonna create the what Ceedee Lamb. Even if he get paid, he could probably feel disrespected. Like it took this
No.
long. You don't think so?
Disagree. No. If you're a professional, you're a professional. If you want to be here, you want to be here. If Ceedee Lamb was pissed off, he would have done what Ayuk did and say, trade me. Tank Lawrence, before the pay cut, was telling Stephen Jones to trade him. He was pissed off. But they got the deal right. They got the money right. If Ceedee Lamb was really pissed off, that's why he just put LOL. He didn't try to justify why he still wanted a star on his helmet. He didn't call Steven and his agent and say, trade me. He put LOL. You know, Ceedee Lamb ain't tripping. Ceedee Lamb ain't mad. Ceedee Lamb is a professional. Period.
Okay. I respect that. I just feel like sometimes when you don't feel appreciated, you like, yeah, I feel you, Tori. Like you be like, man, look, I'm just here, so I'm just here doing my thing. I feel like it would create a little distance between him. We all know wide receivers are the biggest diva position on a football team, and they feel disrespected when they don't feel like they're appreciated. And I feel like in the beginning, it might make Ceedee just come there, man. I'm just here to do my job, man. I'm just here to do my job, man. I'm just here to tell that Ceedee mom. Yeah, like I said, I don't think he's gonna create any like bad blood between him and his team because I know they all talking. I know Dak probably calling him like, yeah, we're ready for you to get back. But I'm just saying it creates a feeling in a person. Everybody know what it feel like to feel like they're not appreciated at their job. You like, all the shit I do here, this how these motherfuckers treat me? I bet. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm in here, clock in, do my work, clock out, take my ass home. Isolated
Bro,
as fuck.
I'm telling you right now.
I just feel like that's how I think Ceedee Lamb might be in the beginning.
When Ceedee Lamb gets signed, there's gonna be a press conference, and you're gonna see that $1 million smile, ear to ear, sitting right next to the people like Jerry Jones and Steve.
Well, I think he got to do that though.
He ain't got to do shit. If he don't want a press conference, he don't want a press conference. Then I'm like, oh, he don't want to do no press conference with Joe. Oh yeah, he mad, but he still signed that contract. He can't be that mad. He still stroked that pen.
I mean, they ain't gonna turn down millions though, brother.
Yeah.
They ain't turning down millions and millions of dollars, you know.
There's something on that contract that's gonna keep him smiling. And that there's a number and there's wording. It says guarantees.
Yeah.
Right after that number.
Right. I just really hate that it creates the space for fans like us to even have these type of conversations because, like, we know it's the business, but in the same breath, man, when you got your guy, you got to sign your guy. I understand business. I understand Jerry got to do his part to get the biggest effort out of Ceedee Lamb for the right amount that he want, and Ceedee Lamb want to get paid the right amount and the guarantees. Because let's be real, Dak Prescott put Ceedee Lamb in a lot of bad traffic.
He did.
Ceedee get beat. He gets beat. He hold on to that ball, but he gets hit. Dak put Ceedee Lamb in a lot of bad traffic, man, all the fucking time. It's like Dak is the controller over traffic lights, and right when a car coming through, he turned green on over here and green on over here, and they just collide, goddamn. Like, he puts that man in a lot of bad traffic, and I hate when I don't even want to jinx nobody, but when these guys get paid, they get hurt. And Ceedee Lamb take a lot of bad hits.
And that's why I feel that CD deserves all the money he can get because of that. Because of that throwing him in harm's way.
Yeah, he get hit so bad, like, and he get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? He still get up and do his little signature move, but he gets frustrated when he take them hard. Nobody likes to take them. Dak has a bad habit of also putting tight ends in bad positions too sometimes.
Hey,
yeah,
but here's what I want to see before I don't want to keep on talking about CD.
Go ahead.
When CD Lamb gets paid and he gets pushed in the back in a playoff game, I need him to respond. Period.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I need him. That's all I ask of CD. I need you to respond to that.
Agreed. Agreed. I 100% agree. I agree 100%, bro. I'm with you on that because honestly, that Green Bay game, he wasn't playing like a dog. It was a lot of
Nope.
complaining and all that, not just the diva style complaining, but just like moany, groany complaining, like to the point where Mike McCarthy talking to you on the side. That's something we never seen. So yeah, I'm with you 100%.
And you know that when these players get paid like that, and if they don't respond to their how they normally play before they got this contract, and they play downgrade, you know the fans is gonna turn on them, so they better get used to that.
That's true. That's true too. You're right. That's true. Okay, so we're gonna get away from CD for a minute, but we're gonna end the whole thing with CD in case somebody else hop in, like 1980 or whoever. So Mike Zimmer is doing something different with Michael Parsons. He's involved in a lot of things, and he's playing them a lot at where? Linebacker. Cowboys corner. What you got to say about that?
Shit. What was the question?
The things that Mike Zimmer is doing with Michael Parsons that Dan Quinn didn't do, and he's playing him a lot at linebacker too.
Yeah, but when I watch Training Camp Live on DallasCowboy.com, all I see is Micah doing is playing end. Even on the depth chart, he's still an end. So I think you're going to see some sprinkles of a linebacker, but I'm thinking 80-20 defensive end.
That's a big number.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, sure, he might stand up at a linebacker spot, but he ain't going to go back in coverage. Mike Zimmer be a fool. You put Michael Parsons in coverage. That dude give burnt toast. He ain't a linebacker, man. He ain't a traditional Mike linebacker. He just ain't. And they know that. That's why whenever they have him at the linebacker position, he's blitzing. The only problem is you don't know what gap he's blitzing. B gap, A gap, C gap. You don't know that. So that's what's going to keep him on toes. But he will primarily be 80% defensive end.
I feel like you're sticking to that because you just want to be right about what you be saying about him.
Okay, if I was just sticking to that because I want to be right, why is he doing a lot of end reps?
There's literally clips, so many clips of him on Twitter is him playing linebacker. You haven't seen how much he can get at linebacker him, and they bragging about him and
at _Cowboys corner.
Okay, you should tag him.
I saw one video where he was blitzing up the middle, so the center up. So they are moving him around.
_Cowboys corner.
You know, I know your Twitter. I'm gonna tag you in the clips I've seen when him and the one that just came back off the injury. The plays I've seen them be at linebacker together. Yeah.
Overshown.
Yeah. There's a few plays with him and Overshown back there, and they just too much. They was too much for the running game. It was bad. Like him and Overshown, man, they filled them gaps up so quick, boy. The running Zeke couldn't do nothing. But
Kendrick still got it, bro.
Who?
Kendricks.
Yeah, I saw a few plays with him too.
Kendrick, I like that. And then Maurice Loudflew. Hey, I told you guys when we drafted him, this is probably the best coverage linebacker we got. And that dude can cover. That dude is covering. I told you guys that Marshawn Nealon looked like Tank Lawrence, and then all of a sudden, all you hear is Marshawn Nealon looking like a Tank 2.0. Man, dude, I'm telling you, when I scout a player, I'm telling you all the right things. So when I tell you Micah Parsons ain't a middle linebacker, I mean it.
Travis Court, you want a cookie?
What do you say?
I want right now $20 bet that it'll be 50-50 linebacker and DN.
$20?
I
You said 80-20, I'm saying 50-50.
All right, let's just make it $50 then. Since it's 50-50, put $50 on 50-50.
We're gonna have to count the snaps at the position all season, and at the end of the season, we're gonna see what the percentage really was.
Oh, I'll just use the internet. I ain't gotta count shit.
And it's definitely not gonna be 80-20. I promise you that.
Oh yeah.
Nah, Mike Zimmer really using Parsons' speed and his ability to get side to side, and I love it.
Not a linebacker, though.
Yes, it is. You just want to be right. Yes, it is.
I don't want to be something I already know that I am.
Oh my God, bro. He's doing something completely different. Let me get up. First of all, let me say this real quick. Fuck Dan Quinn. I'm so glad that bitch gone. But Savage, what's up, man?
What's up? How's everything going, everybody?
Like good. How you doing, man?
I'm
Hey,
just glad.
Dan.
I'm glad Nashawn Wright is off this team. Another bullshit, another garbage third-round Dan Quinn draft pick. He said Dan Quinn has set Dallas back in 5 years on defense.
What? Disagree.
You can't talk about Dan Quinn by Cowboys corner. He's gonna get mad.
Okay, but let's look at the draft. Nashawn Wright. That was what, 2020? That was the year Lamb came out. The only person. Let's be honest. Dan Quinn did not take Micah Parsons. The only person that Dan Quinn got was Bland in the 5th, and that was just a gift, because if anyone thought Bland was that good, he would have went much further. And we got Osa. The 2020 draft, Golston, Nashawn Wright. Are you kidding me? The big kid from Kentucky, Bohannon. Dan Quinn drafted 8 defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Name me the other 7 besides Osa. The board's all yours.
I'm not going to just sit here and talk about draft players. I'm going to sit here and tell you that we finally invested in safety. We finally picked up a safety. We finally got Malik Hooker in here. I thought the floor was mine. I thought the floor was mine, Savage.
Go ahead. My bad.
We invested in safety. We got Malik Hooker in here. We got J-Rock Kurz in here. Who made plays? Donald Wilson developed well. We got Marshawn. We got Marquise Bell's undrafted free agent. You look at the sure linebacker. Absolutely. Running only 2 linebackers and a safety. You got me on that. But when you look at guys like Trayvon Diggs, who really developed and had career interceptions under Dan Quinn, you talk about the fumbles and the takeaways, all that under Dan Quinn. When you say they set this defense back, Dan Quinn's not here right now, and you hear everybody saying, dude, we're literally a defensive tackle away from this being the best defense in the NFL. And Dan Quinn's not here.
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to throw this out there too. First of all, Marist played behind 2 gangsters at Notre Dame at defensive tackle. Marcus Leofau and then Coward Cross Jr. III. Remember those 2 names. But like I said, name me all the safeties you name. Donovan Wilson was on the team before Dan Quinn. All the safeties
development. Look at Donald Wilson under Mike Nolan. Come talk to me.
Let him talk, man.
All the safeties you named, Dan Quinn didn't draft any of them. Name me the other 7 defensive linemen that Dan Quinn that all turned out to be busts. The floor is yours.
What are you talking about?
Dan Quinn.
What happens is
drafted 8 defensive linemen. I'm giving you Osa. Name me the other 7 defensive linemen Dan Quinn drafted. The floor is yours.
You got Dorrance Armstrong, who had picks, or who had good sacks. Did he not have sacks? Did he not just get paid from another team?
Come on,
the Redskins overpaid everybody. And the sacks, Dorrance got. Dorrance.
We can make the excuse, but I told you who got sacks.
No. You're wrong. Dorrance was on the team before him.
Dorrance came in 2018. Dan Quinn wasn't even here.
Dan Quinn drafted 8 defensive
linemen. Y'all told like I got my service pro.
He wasn't here.
Dan Quinn drafted 8 defensive linemen. The floor is yours.
So you're talking about this. Dan Quinn set this defense back 5 years, but yet you're worried about defensive line picks.
Well, let me explain. Let me listen. I love having 2 shutdown corners. I like having Micah also. What good are they when you can just – let me ask you a question. For 3 years, For Dan Quinn's 3 years, did we get gashed up the middle, stopping the run? Now, this is
getting
basic.
gashed on the
That's
defensive line even
basic.
before Dan Quinn.
Say that again?
We were getting gashed up the middle. Do you remember what life was like without Dan Quinn?
You 100%.
You remember life with Mike Nolan?
That just mean all the other that just mean all the other defense coordinator was bad too.
Okay, yeah. So our defense sucked under Nolan. Dan Quinn came. Dan Quinn drafted 8 defensive linemen. The floor is yours. Tell me the defensive linemen.
Hold on. I'll get there. I'll tell you. God damn it.
3 years, we got gashed.
God damn it.
3 years, gashed. He drafted all Golston. Come on, bro. Golston's a 5-tech and a 3-4. That pick blew my mind.
He drafted Golston. He drafted
Mozzie plays defensive tackle on roller skates. Osa's an undersized 3-tech that wears down.
Why is Osa good then? You're moving the goalposts here, Savage.
Osa's like Micah. Osa plays good the first 10 games of the year, then he disappears. Watch look. I'm going to throw this one on Osa. Watch.
Dan Quinn got here in 21, right?
Watch
21 till 23.
All right, you got Micah, you got Osa, you got Goldston. They're all still on the team. You got Quentin Bohanna got cut, right? So there you got 3 of those picks from when his first team was here. You still got those picks here on the team. Hold on. So then you got
Golston here don't mean he good.
Then you got Sam Williams who just tore his ACL. Then you got John Ridgway who that was a 5th round pick and he's with the Commanders right now. Then you look at Mozzie, who's actually developing well, and then you got Fihoko that's coming in here and still getting a chance. So what are you talking about, Savage? A lot of his picks are still on this team. And if they were so trash, they would already be gone. And then he said the defense back 5 years would be relevant. But when I look at that list, those guys are still on the team.
And listen, I apologize. First time talking to you. I come off this way. This is just my accent and my tone. But I'm not in a fighting tone. This is just the way I talk. So
that's the way I argue. That's the quarter.
And I come off sarcastic. But let me ask you a question. Do you think Jerry Jones is going to quit on a 1st-round pick already?
Yes. He quit on Taco. He quit on Taco.
He gave Taco 2 years.
Yeah,
he gave Taco 2 years.
He did.
He gave Taco how many years?
Let me ask you a question. So you're happy seeing Mozzie Smith weighing 310 pounds? Let me ask you a question. If he's 310 now, and I always say, I don't care what you weigh in July. I care what you weigh in January, February. If he's 310 now, what does he weigh? What's he weighing in week 17, 18, Mozzie?
He's going to be 310. It's called dieting in the National Football League. It's called dieting. You have to eat more as a bigger guy. And guess what? I don't know if you ever toured the Star in Frisco. They got an exceptional cafeteria for those athletes.
You couldn't pay me to tour that. You couldn't pay me.
I paid them, and I had a good time.
You couldn't pay me.
I paid them.
But Jerry Jones, like you're the top, and nothing against you. Jerry Jones, our fan base deserves Jerry Jones.
Well, we're getting sidetracked here.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Let me ask you a question. So now you're calling Micah being drafted. We didn't even want Micah. We tried trading up with the Dolphins to get Satan. Then we
sure did.
And guess what? We didn't want Zach Martin either. We didn't want Zach Martin either. We still got him. What does that even mean?
But now you're counting Micah.
We wanted Ryan Ceedee.
Name me out of those 8 defensive linemen one a star.
I just did, and they're all still on the team except one.
He said name a star.
Name me a star.
I don't need stars. I need rotation. That's what we got.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So
the star is Micah.
If we have good play, okay, Micah can stop the run. Are you going to tell me that?
No, Micah can't stop the run.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Osa plays good the beginning of the year. He's an undersized 3-tech.
He's
that
not
wears
undersized.
down.
He's not undersized. Osa's not undersized.
Osa on a good day is about 6 foot on a good day. And
He's not
ironic,
undersized though.
Ironic. The day of camp in our little chat, I saw Mozzie and I looked at him and I said he weighs 310. A couple hours later, he checked in at camp at 310. Mozzie sucked at Michigan. When he was at Michigan, there was a freshman that caught my eye 2 years ago. Our fan base, our content creators that want to be Cowboys, they want to be friends with these guys. They're comparing Mozzie to Larry Allen size strength, because all we ever saw was Mozzie Smith jump up boxes, but he had a group of 40 dudes behind him jumping up boxes too. He never lifted at the combine. He never lifted at his pro day. But Andrew Voorhees out of USC, a guard who blew his knee out at the combine, he benched. All there was this talk. It's Bigfoot talk. It was talk that Mozzie.
Savage, you're getting off the rails here. A lot of these guys don't even know half the guys you're talking about.
I understand that, but now let me ask you this question. After this season, besides Micah and probably Mozzie, because it all depends how bad this season goes, do you think Osa's going to be on this team? No.
No.
Well, it all depends. How many players are you going to sign? Are you going to sign all three? Are you going to sign Dak, Micah, and are you going to sign Ceedee? If you sign those three players, no. Literally, that doesn't give you any shot of signing any more players.
Is Golston going to be on the team?
And again, how many of the three do we sign?
Now, we also have a giant, and I put a video out last week when Sam hurt his knee. Our fan base was devastated because they just thought with the arrival of Mike Zimmer, they thought Sam Williams was going to roll into a 15-sack season.
No, I wouldn't say that.
But our fan base did. But Sam Williams ain't done shit his first 2 years. Does he have talent? Yeah. But it was Dan Quinn calling him Micah 2.0. Yet, if you looked at the pre-draft, they did a pre-draft interview with Sam Williams, and if anybody's familiar with the movie The Program, he made Alvin Mack look like a Harvard graduate. And I said, oh, I got a bad feeling about him right there. And what has Sam done but do stupid play after stupid plays?
Sam's hurt though. Sam's hurt though.
Okay, but what's Sam's excuse his first 2 years? What was his excuse his first 2 years then?
Dan Quinn didn't give him a shot. How many snaps did Sam Williams get? And how many opportunities did Sam Williams make? That's why this optimism for Sam Williams from Cowboy fans was high, because the opportunities he did get, he kind of shined a little bit. You have to get opportunities to play, and Dan Quinn didn't give him the opportunity to play. And that's just a fact of life.
But as a second-round pick, now all I'm just trying to say is,
we don't manage the team, though, Savage. We got to go off on what we got.
No, and it's pathetic.
And Mozzie Smith only had probably 100 snaps last year.
Whoa. No, you're not gonna do that.
No, he had more than that.
You're not gonna do that. Look, I ain't getting y'all big conversation, but do not try to make no excuse why Mozzie Smith played like shit.
Mozzie played.
How many snaps did he have?
Oh my God.
Mozzie had probably, just off the top of my head, at least 150, at least probably more. And I said last year, and I got ripped apart in the Dallas content creators. I'm a Dallas fan, but my show is Draft. It's a college-based draft channel. The proper pick was Clemson defensive tackle Brian Barise, who went 3 picks later to New Orleans. And he can play 5, he can play 3, and yes, he can play 1. And he was on the all rookie team, and Micah was on the all roller skate team. Micah was horrible. I mean, Mozzie was horrible. I'm sorry. And I got ripped apart, but what do I know? All I'd heard, like Mozzie's talk about his strengths is like Bigfoot. I challenged anybody to show me all these videos of him doing everything. The only videos I saw
remember That's what he said. He said he don't like football. He just like hitting people.
100%.
He thought he was saying something good, idiot. What a dumbass. Why did he say that stupid shit?
Listen, I hope he plays good, because if not, let's be honest, we're looking at 2025 draft being heavy defensive line plus drafting a few running backs. We got no ends for next. After this year, we have no defensive ends. It depends what we're going to do with Micah. We have no defensive tackles. So 2025, we have 10 picks. We're looking at probably 4 defensive linemen and at least 2 running backs and a wide receiver and probably.
How many snapshots that Mozzie had?
Off the top of my head, I said 150. At least he had 150.
I want the link before you say it.
What do you mean the length?
Yeah.
I want the source because I can't find it. I've been looking this whole time.
So how the hell you think you can?
And his, not for nothing, and his snaps when he was in there, he was getting pancaked. He was getting murdered. And and I also I like to find one video of any coach.
308.
That was college. I found that article. That was college.
This is not college.
Send me the thing. Text me the link.
Go to footballguys.com.
Mozzie played a lot in garbage time. And
Odigizua had 678. Jonathan Hankins had 388. Mozzie had 308. Come on, bro.
And his snaps were horrible. And know what the crazy part is?
How many games he played? 13 games? How many games did he play last year?
It don't matter.
Mozzie, I think Mozzie was what? Was Mozzie hurt? I could have sworn Mozzie was healthy for all 17.
It does matter. I want to divide that 300, divide it out by how many games he played.
So you can make another excuse.
How many? It's not an okay. So what? So Mozzie under this coaching staff, since we want to talk about Micah and clips. Since we want to talk about Micah, let's talk about Mozzie and clips.
16 games.
That he played?
16.
Or that he was active for. You can be active.
Games played 16.
16. So do, what'd you say? 308 divided by 16. What is that?
Mike, please. Man, please.
What is that?
Cut it out.
What is that?
Man, I fail math.
Listen, ironically,
that's 19 snaps a game. He's playing 25% of the games.
Oh my God,
this is
unbelievable.
25% of the games.
So shouldn't
you say you ain't get enough snap?
75% of the games.
First you say he ain't get enough, then I give you double the number. You say now you moving the goalpost even more.
Triple the number, and it still makes my point valid.
What was your point? Your point, you played 100.
You have to get. This is Savage. You know good and well. The best practice is on game day. You know good and well. That's a fact. You are a scout. You know good and well. The best practice is live action.
Yeah, and what I saw was horrible.
And you saw 20% of a game play by Mozzie. That's what you thought.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. If you're coming off the bench, you can say the second half, third half. Second half of the game, don't you think you're fresher than the guy who started the beginning of the game?
Only if you get chances by your coach.
Shouldn't you have a full tank of gas? But I still want to find one.
But if you turn on the tape and you watch Mozzie, you know he was still delayed in his snaps. We talked about him being delayed in his snaps. That ain't nothing new.
Brutal. His stance. Oh, no,
yeah, the ball's hiked, and then he gets up a half a second late. We knew that.
Okay,
that was all last year. So it's hard. Is that on coaching staff that he didn't break that habit, or is that on him? It might be on both. And guess what? We got a new coaching staff in here that's going to help him out with that. And from the highlights, is when we'll talk about highlights of training camp practice, I've seen a different Mozzie Smith. Period.
Listen. Ironically, what's up? How's everything? Ironically, remember this name. The number 1 defensive tackle coming out this year is from Michigan, and his name is Mason Graham, and he caught my eye 2 years ago as a true freshman. He's the
Man,
number
I'm
one.
talking about these Dallas Cowboys right now, Savage.
I hear
Right
you.
now.
But let me ask you a question. Going into 2025's draft, besides running back, defensive end, and defensive tackle, those have to be the three high. Those are our three biggest needs right now. Maybe a
Facts.
quarterback,
Say that again. What's the needs?
defensive tackle, defensive end, and running backs are our three biggest needs heading into the 2025 draft. Do you agree with me? We have a top 5 worst running back room in the NFL.
Oh, everyone knows that.
Yeah, and I even say we have a top 5 worst defensive tackle room in the NFL.
That could be said. That could be true. That could be said true.
So I mean, listen, I liked Marist. Marist was my 8th ranked linebacker, but I had 3 guys ahead of him still.
You mean Maurice?
But he had gangsters, and then them 2 gangsters, they're coming out this year from Notre Dame. Notre Dame's gonna have a good defense.
Yeah, but hold on. We're talking about a rookie here that's getting first team reps. I don't want to compare Maurice to anybody until I can see him play.
But he was anointed. Don't you understand? Dallas anoints their draft players.
He was a late round pick.
Maris was a
come in here, bro.
pick, and he was anointed a starter from day one.
Okay, then why ain't Cooper Beebe a starter? Why ain't Tyler Guyton a starter?
If
the depth chart came out, those guys ain't starting.
If you think Adoga is playing over, listen, Guyton was my 4th graded, but I graded him as a right tackle. If you think Adoga is starting against Myles Garrett, no, it's going to be if he does. That shows that Guyton has looked, but I saw a couple of clips of Guyton where he's looked pretty good. But Dallas anoints their draft picks as starters. Marist was drafted in the 3rd round.
That's not true either. That's not true. That's a narrative talking point. That's not true.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Besides Marist, who do we have at linebacker?
Oh, you got Overshown, you got Kendricks, you got Damone Clark.
Overshown.
You just got Harvey from the USL, who's been making a lot of plays in practice. I just gave you 4 linebackers right there.
Corner. Those are all shit names.
So why are they making plays right now in practice? Since you like to talk about highlights, why are they making highlight reels?
Overshown ain't played a snap.
Never.
It doesn't matter.
Our fan base thought Overshown was the next Lawrence Taylor. He hasn't played.
No one said that either, Savage.
No, I ain't saying this show. Not this show. Nobody from here. Nobody from here. But our fan base, Overshown was a 220-pound safety in college, knowing nothing what he's doing. And listen, check this out. Don't be surprised if you see Overshown with his hand in the dirt, rushing the passer. Watch. Don't be shocked. And I said that his rookie year, but then he got hurt. Because he really had no true position at Texas.
Champ, you got something to say? Champ, you had something to say?
Nah, I'm just listening.
Okay, so everybody that just tuned in getting lost, this really goes back to the root of us saying Dan Quinn was shitty. And Cowboys Corner don't like when we talk about Dan Quinn.
Because he wasn't shitty.
Yes, he was, bro.
No,
he's a scheming ass.
No.
Scheming ass defensive coach.
He was shitty at that Green Bay game because he was trying to get out of Dallas.
I agree with that,
because
Champ.
he had the head coaching job at Washington.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing. No, we're not talking crazy. That's Saturday. I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing I told y'all when we had Christian Sharp. He had juggernauts over there in Seattle that made him look the way he looked. He had the same shit that Steve Kerr had, and when that Warriors team split up, they didn't win nothing else. Steve Kerr got with a team that was already built. Christian Sharp, Dan Quinn had talent over there. That's why Dan Quinn got to the grandest stage of them all, had a Super Bowl in his goddamn hand. He dropped it to turn his hat backwards, and Tom Brady picked it up and ran to the other side of the goddamn field. Dan Quinn is a schemer. He's a trickster. He's not a solid, sound defensive coordinator.
This is blasphemy.
It's not, bro. Look, you can give me all the goddamn sacks and take. Listen, man, I can dribble the ball between my leg like hot sauce spinning behind my back, but can I shoot? Am I efficient shooting the ball? I can dribble the trickster, put it on my head, all that shit, but can I shoot? Dan Quinn could do all that, but he couldn't shoot. That's why we could never stop the goddamn run. That's why guys always
we couldn't shoot. The dude made 3-pointers all day long. We're talking about interception from one corner.
Watch this, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what teams ran on us on defense, and watch Cowboy Corner make an excuse for that too. I'm gonna show y'all what offense did to our defense. Go ahead, Savage.
Dan Quinn's defense is a gimmick defense. You have to be up by 14 points, and you can tee off on the quarterback and blitz. But if you're not in that situation, you cannot rely Sunday to Sunday for turnovers to win a game. And if you got up 14 points, then that's it. He's rubbing his hands and he's sending everybody. But all you had to do from the first play of the game is start running up the middle, and 3 years he had no answer. That's
3 years.
Right. That's X's and O's.
And last year, the problem was the offense wasn't scoring on teams that had the same level they were. They were struggling. And then you had that first game against Arizona. Arizona ran the ball right down their throat. And the Cowboys had no answer for that.
If Detroit would have stuck with the run, they would have ripped us.
Yeah.
Ripped us. Detroit lost that game on their own. All I look at it is, if you can't stop the run, that's Pop Warner. That's basic X's and O's. If you can't stop the run, you're useless to me. And the man drafted 8 defensive linemen. And our number one need next year is running back and defensive linemen. So,
and right now, that kid from Auburn, the 7th round pick,
he's going to play a lot.
They mom were going to make him a starter. Cause I've been hearing things that he's good stopping the run. He's clogging up the middle. Now, my question: how much does he weigh?
He's over 300, like 305ish, 305ish. I would say.
New Nealon?
No, not Nealon. His name Rogers from Auburn.
Oh yeah, Justin Roberts. Auburn.
Yeah. How much he weigh?
He's in his 3s.
This
Dan Quinn blasphemy needs to stop, though.
Bro.
Man, I was bad luck for Dan Quinn.
I'm coming, Phil. All right, 1980. Let me tell y'all something. What is Josh Allen known for? That goddamn cannon of an arm. How many yards did he throw against the Cowboys? Was it even 150? No. Why?
No, he didn't get 100 yards. Buffalo game?
The guy that's known for his fucking arm didn't even have to break a sweat because they ran down our fucking throat against that good Dan Quinn defense. Give me a fucking break, man.
240 yards.
66, 266, almost 300 yards on that defense that man to my Dan Quinn had balling out. They weren't doing shit. Josh Allen didn't use his fucking arm, bro. Come on, stop playing.
And remember, it was Cook's brothers on Buffalo that carried the Cowboy defense up.
And what blows my mind is, at what point when you can't run the draft, when you can't stop the run, at what point do you run blitz? Nope. That's not, he doesn't, Dan Quinn doesn't believe in run blitzes. When all is said and over, Dan Quinn's legacy would be blowing a 28-point lead in the Super Bowl. And him wearing his hat backwards. That's Dan Quinn's legacy.
Call you know I'm like screaming. Boy, you give me your set talking crazy like that. And it ain't even Saturday.
Man, now talk about the times that we did stop the run.
You got it in front of you, show. Tell me, who is it?
Oh no, I'm playing a video game. I'm not just knocked 3 heads off.
Okay.
Well, okay. That first game against the Giants, they stopped the run because the Giants didn't have no running game.
It's the Giants.
The
They
Jets.
stopped the Washington.
Oh my God, man! Name the Pop Warner teams.
Yeah, they stopped them.
I bet we split this year with the Redskins. I got a feeling.
Hold on. So this is my point right here.
Go
Why
ahead,
is
bro.
no one bringing up the accolade of stopping Pat Mahomes to under 20 points the first time in his career at Arrowhead, and the offense couldn't do shit? Is that Dan Quinn's fault?
We talk about the rushing. We talk about rush. We talk about stopping the
We can
run.
nitpick all day long.
We're
But
not
at the end of
nitpicking. That was the topic. Well, we were talking about the defense. Remember, we were talking about the defensive front.
and I'm still talking about the defense.
You said the defensive front. We never said about the safety. We gave you the props for the safeties. It's Trayvon Diggs now. Come on, of course. We talk about not stopping the run. That's what the topic was. Don't you sway it. Don't you sway it, young man. Don't do it.
I'm giving you. Dan Quinn was better than y'all. Y'all think Dan Quinn was just trash?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
We just telling you what he wasn't good at.
He sucked at the run.
Okay, but what else was he good at? What's the pros and cons? There are going to be way more pros than cons.
Absolutely fucking not.
That's basic exercise. Let me ask you
Yeah,
a
what
question.
how?
You can have, if you have Micah Parsons on one side and Lawrence Taylor on the other side, what do I care if I can run straight down the middle?
What else could he do? You got Trayvon Diggs out there. You got you got talent. You're gonna do something. We ain't completely trash. We got DeMarcus Lawrence. We got Micah Parsons. We got Trayvon Diggs. We had Gilly last year. I ain't saying the whole defense was trash, but when the rubber needed to meet the road, he ran out of gas. He couldn't get it done.
What did your
I
offense
can
do?
sum it up. Last year, the defense was finesse.
Bro,
Very
we talk
finesse.
about Dak always shit in the bed. Against that Green Bay, Dan Quinn shit the fucking bed. And a guy of his caliber who have ran great defenses, who's been a head coach in the league, got to the Super Bowl, should not shit the bed like that against Matt, whatever his name is, and Jordan Love. That should not they wasn't 10 players on that team better than our fucking team, but we got out coached and Dan Quinn got outsmarted by a guy that ain't been a head coach but probably about 4 or 5 years in the NFL. And Dan Quinn been around 10, 15, 20 years. He sucked. That's why the Falcons fired his ass. That's why the Seahawks got rid of his ass, because he sucked. He's a gimmick guy, bro. And you're going to see this year with the Commanders, and we might split that shit just because he know this damn defense, and fucking our head coach is garbage also. So they might beat us one time on a damn fluke. But Dan Quinn is a gimmick guy, bro. And it showed when teams really could run the damn ball because he never had a fucking answer. You know how I know he's a gimmick? Because when they scheme and somebody jump around the other defensive guy and somebody get in the backfield, the ball is already gone.
Man, y'all know. He's not gimmicky.
Yes, it is. How many times we seen Parsons standing in the backfield and the ball already down the damn? They already ran to the other side because they know what we going to do. It's a gimmick. That's all he was. He wasn't a sound. You're going to see a sound defensive coordinator in Mike Zimmer. You're going to see. You're going to see. It's going to be night and day.
So going 12-5 3 years in a row
was
all the offense. Was all the offense.
But quick question.
That was all the offense. Answer the question. That was all the offense.
No. I'm going to ask you.
Answer the question. Going 3-5.
Nobody never said that.
No,
12-5. But Dan Quinn's so gimmicky. How did we go 12-5 and it was all the offense?
Oh my
three seasons of 12-5. Name me one good team we beat. The floor's yours.
You beat the Lions. I was there.
Lions beat themselves.
I named you one team we beat. Thank you. We beat the Lions.
Name me one good team.
I just did. The Lions went to an NFC championship game.
Lions beat themselves.
It don't.
I said that earlier.
The tick for tack. You know what separates that? A win and a loss, and we won that game.
Dallas beats up on the horrible teams, and when they play a decent.
Is that Dan Quinn's fault or is that the offense fault? Who has to score points?
Why you keep saying the offense to take it away from Dan Quinn?
Because don't the offense need to score points?
I know, oh man, that's crazy.
Don't the offense champs? When did football become just a defensive game?
You know what? In order for a Dan Quinn defense to work, the offense has to run the ball, score points, keep that defense off the field.
But you know what
but when the offense went 3 and out, then you expose the weakness of this defense.
Because you got fatigue sitting in there. You got fatigue sitting in there.
But you see, the problem with Dan Quinn, and it goes back to the Super Bowl, he never makes adjustments when
There you
things are
go.
going the wrong way. And that went back to the Super Bowl. For the last 3 years, listen, like I said, it's basic X's and O's. Let me ask you an honest question. If it's the first play of the game and I run a power up the right side for 7 yards, what's the second play of the game? The same exact play. You
Until
run
you
the
stop it.
same play until they stop you. And Dan Quinn, I just can't have respect for the man that this is Pop Warner. Kiddie football, X's and O's. You have to stop the foot. You have to stop the run first. If you can't stop the run up the middle, you ain't going nowhere. And so in 3 years, we beat one good team, the Detroit Lions, who went for it who went for a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, because their coach made a bonehead decision.
Defense carry us 5-1 when Dak went down. Didn't our defense help Cooper Rush win those
No,
games?
we did. Cooper Rush carried that team. You said it last week on the show. You just said it yourself. When we talked about Trey Lance, and Cooper Rush, I said he probably get it over there because of what he did when Dak went down. You said that's true. You don't make me play it. Don't make me play it.
The defense did not do that. Didn't help Cooper Rush at all.
You just didn't say it. You said it carried him. You didn't mention Cooper Rush. You didn't mention him at all. You said the defense carried them. Stop moving the goalposts.
We gotta
bro.
stop acting like this defense was trash.
Nobody's saying
We gotta
that.
stop acting like Dan Quinn didn't come in here and change culture. We gotta stop. We gotta put an end to this shit.
Nobody's saying nothing like that, man.
I bet y'all would want 5 more years of Mike Nolan than 5 more years of Dan Quinn.
No,
Y'all are taking the good things for granted
on purpose now.
because y'all are taking good things for granted. Period.
So you think
My only problem I had over the last 10 seasons is the Cowboys do not. I'm talking about it start with the idiot GM that we have. Do not put emphasis on one defensive tackles, stopping the run. Yeah, you need both 3 and 1. But the problem is they wait till the 6th, 7th round or free agency, college free agency to get a defensive tackle instead of getting somebody who have high quality talent.
I like that, and that kind of goes to Savage's point about the 8 defensive guys. That kind of goes to Savage's point about those guys. He made another good point that I always make: how Jerry likes to take care of his homegrown drafted guys. He does that. I don't care how they is. Jerry will keep them, and like he said, he gave Taco 2 years. If Mozzie don't pan out, he probably have 2 years to be gone. But right now, Mozzie is looking like a bust, and I've been saying it since before last season started. It's just how he's looking. Like we talk, like Ella Iverson said, we talking about practice. I don't give a damn what we're doing in training camp, man. You see what that defense?
But you bring up Micah in training camp. Come on now.
No, I didn't. Wait. I didn't bring up what he was doing. I said the new things Mike Zimmer was doing with him. I didn't say he's looking good. I said, did you see how Mike Zimmer was using him at the position that you said they won, which was linebacker? That's all I said. I didn't say was he good or bad. I didn't say that. But I will say that coach was telling Mozzie Smith to move his goddamn feet. That clip I tagged you in when he told him. They was getting on
They're coaching him up. That's what you want.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you, man. That's what I'm saying.
The D-line coach is legit. Jeff Zognia. He went to Purdue. He played for the Rams. He played like 19 years in the NFL. Bro, the dude's jacked as hell. But do you
hold on 1 second, Savage. I'm gonna let you go. Let me bring 1980 on here. What's up, brother?
What's up, fellas? Everybody doing all right?
What's up?
Yep.
What's up?
How we doing? Good on your Friday, man.
Man, it's pretty good. Busy, but I made it, so that's all that matters.
Okay, before I let Savage go, I'm gonna get you on the very first topic we brought up. The stuff that Jerry said we already know about. It's not no urgency thing. Do you think it's tongue in cheek, or do you think it really means something? Because I know you mentioned the Zeke Who thing. How you feel about what Jerry said for the people that didn't see your video?
Yeah. Whatever. I think through the years I've been dealing with damn Cowboys. Like I said, there's not a check big enough for us Cowboy fans. I think we should all get a check in the mail for all the bullshit that we deal with every week. We should get at least a monthly check. But anyway, it reminded me of, like I said on my video, it reminded me of the Zeke Who thing. Remember when Zeke held out, guys, and they had asked Jerry pretty much the same question, and he said Zeke Who, you know. So it's kind of like another version of that, you know. We know Ceedee Lamb is an exceptional talent. There's still some things I feel that he has to work on being an outside receiver, because I've always known him to be a slot guy moving around. But that's all. That's the only thing I took from it. I'm not anything about the Cowboys and what Jerry says. It's always the opposite. I think we all know that right now. It's always the opposite of what we think it should be. You know, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. It's always the opposite. Like I've been saying, I've said this a million times, but we're the Dallas Temptations. We're not the Dallas Cowboys. We're the Dallas Temptations, and they love. He gets a kick and a thrill out of as soon as he says something, everybody just goes and runs with it. The media, the fan base, Mama on the Joe Blow on the corner, Mama sitting in the chair outside swatting flies. You know, they're going to turn it into. They're just waiting on us to turn it into something that it's not, and that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's worked, hook, line, and sinker. But that's all I took from it, man. I didn't really take too much. I don't put too much stock into the I think season until them pads get on and we really start playing some football.
Okay, yeah, corner kind of felt the same way, like it really didn't mean much. So that's cool. That's what's up. That was up. Sam, you had something you got to say?
No, I was just going to say, the one guy I think Quinn is a better defensive coordinator than Zimmer. That was my only question.
You think? Oh yeah. You said Quinn. You think Quinn better than Zimmer?
Yeah.
For
the one guy that loved Zimmer. I mean, for the one guy that loved Quinn, I meant.
I think Mike Zimmer knows what to do with guys better than Quinn. Yeah. Because he's a different type of. I think he know how to get the best out of people. So Cowboys corner credit, we might see a better Mozzie Smith because we see now how they are pushing him. And Mike Zimmer even said, "Don't listen to what people are saying." That he's saying Mozzie is improving. He said you might not see it because there are really small things that matter during an end game. You know, you might not see him win a one-on-one with somebody, or you might not see him get enough push. But he said Mozzie is doing the small detail things that will help out in his position. So I think Mike Zimmer know how to get the best out of somebody. They coaching these guys up hard out there. If you watching the clips, they not being soft with these guys. They cussing at them. They coaching them up. They telling them what to do. I even like Al Harris telling his guy, "Hey man, when they he had the cornerback practice with him, he said, stop jumping. When you catch, he said, stop jumping. That's how a lot of cornerbacks don't get interceptions. And 98 talked about this before. When they catch the ball, they jumping up and down. What you jumping for?
Right.
Why your feet leaving ground? I like Al Harris saying that. So I do see a lot of things that are different this year, and it could mean a lot, especially when you got guys that are coaching these guys up right and not scared because they're grown men. Y'all are getting paid to get screamed at and tell y'all to do y'all job. A lot of money. And a lot of y'all holding out because y'all want more money. So they know it's all love when coach. I like how they're coaching. That's why I like that quarterback coach that Dak had a few years ago. I forgot his name.
John Kitna. John Kitna.
Yeah,
Kitna.
I like Kitna.
Yeah, he was good. He was good for that. Good for that.
Right. I don't know how much you know about Zimmer corner, but when it comes to him and Dan Quinn, what you think their differences are? The pros and the cons.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a big difference. Dan Quinn is your buddy, and Mike Zimmer is your. Let me put it like this. Dan Quinn's your Law Nation, and Mike Zimmer is your Freaky Friday cast. We're going to tell you how it is.
Oh my God!
Listen,
that's the best way I can put it.
When you look at your coaches, they should put the fear of God in you.
Y'all, 1980 just got on here. Why is y'all
Your
already
coaches should put the fear and
Okay.
God of you. They're not there to be your
Hey, you
best.
asked me a question.
Exactly,
No,
Savage.
I'm just
I'm with
saying.
you.
I know. I agree with you. Quinn's a player's coach. I'll agree.
See,
Zimmer's a hard-nosed, old-time coach.
Corey, see
Where
what you starting in the chat, man. God damn it. Hey, Champ, how you feel about Zimmer and Quinn?
Man, you remember I said about 3 weeks ago? They talking about because Zimmer and Parson wasn't talking.
Right.
And I told you that Zimmer, he's the one going to tell Parson where you going to play it, how you going to play it, shut the hell up
Mm-hmm.
if you want to be on this team.
Yep.
Mm.
I do agree. I do agree that the difference is that Zimmer is that coach we always talk about. The coach. He's not the, you're not gonna see him up in the booth with his hat to the back, and like you're not gonna see that. They're not gonna tell him how many snaps they want to play or what position they want to be at and things of that nature because he's just old school and he has a formula of that he think that might win. And it's also a big part of the players to go out there and do their job too. So we hope that works out. 1980, playing your position that you played, can guys normally bounce back that first year after an injury like Trayvon? With it's such you running every play. Do you lose a step?
Yeah, you do. With no hesitation. Y'all know. You notice I answered the question with no hesitation, right?
Real quick, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, he's going to be. Yeah, you lose a little bit of agility. But one thing about that type of injury, it depends on how severe it is. There are different types of torn ACLs. There could be fully, but it takes at least about 2 years to really get back to, because it comes back stronger. That's the only good thing. The only positive thing about an ACL tear, when it does heal, it heals stronger than what it was. That's the body, taking its course in the healing process. It's going to take him some time. It's going to take him a lot of time to get that agility. Agility and speed is the most two important parts of playing, secondary, especially cornerback position, because you need both. Because especially now it's a passing league, and you got guys like Bland who's making plays, who's playing the ball and doing a wonderful job, and has earned that starting position on the other side. They got him on the depth chart as number 2, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, it's going to take him a little bit, man, because injuries are especially with your knees and your ankles and Achilles and things like that. Unfortunately, those are things that you need to be successful. And once one of those goes out, I don't want to say it's a wrap, but he's not going to be the same. He's going to, and then when he really heals, when he fully heals, he's still not going to be the way he was, because he's got to make adjustments. He's got to make adjustments on how to play on that, because he's not 100%. See that now? When they say a year, they're forcing these guys to come back that year. They're really not ready. Like I say, it takes about 2 years for those Achilles to. And we got a sorry ass training staff as well, because Achilles seems to be floating in the air in Dallas. Every year somebody, look at Sam Williams, he just went down with an Achilles. So it just it just depends on the athlete. It depends on the person. If you're eating right, you're taking care of yourself, things like that. All those little things come into play in training staff and stretching and just the exercising that injury. But it's gonna take him a little bit. He's still gonna have a little bit of something in him, but you're gonna see it. You're gonna see on when those receivers make fast cuts and things like that, and him trying to keep up. Those are the things, those quick slants and things like that. Those are the things that you're gonna have to worry about with him.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, I always want to know, because OG always said that, and hell, I saw as soon as I asked the question, Savage held up 2 fingers. So I guess it seems like it really does take that much time to, be back fully at that position. When you have an injury like that.
Because you do a lot of plan. You do a lot of planning when you're secondary. You do a lot of planning, plant, because those receivers they got different routes, obviously, and they make cuts to the inside, they make cuts to the outside. They got curl racks and things like that, etc. So you got to be able to cut. And every cut is putting pressure, adding pressure to the ankles, the knees, and the heel and stuff like that, and the toes and stuff like that. So cutting is really a big thing in the secondary position, especially cornerback.
Okay. Cowboys corner. Do you think that they compensate for Trayvon Diggs by keeping somebody over there, watching his side as far as the safety or something like that? You're on mute, corner.
Do I think no, man? Trayvon Diggs gonna be Trayvon Diggs. They might give him some help early. You might see Malik Hooker playing to that side. I think Seatbelt Carson and Deron Blank can hold their own.
Okay.
They might get they might give Malik Hooker over there and get some help to Diggs, but I don't think Diggs needs it. That's a pro's pro. Only on PUP for 1 week into training camp, and now he's in full pad. So I love it.
They'll be fine. All right, Savage, let me ask you something, man. How you feel about Jordan Lewis this year, man?
I think he's going to have to step up because I think Diggs is going to start out at least missing 4 to 6 games. I said that weeks ago. And I apologize. I just realized I was Cowboys corner in the middle. I apologize. We were going back and forth.
I was trying to tell you who that was because you was like,
no, I apologize.
You was like, I'm sorry you don't know how I talk. I'm like, bro, that's corner, bro.
I didn't know. I apologize. Now I heard it. I've had like I'm telling you, the month of July is horrible for me. So I apologize. I just realized it was him. Nah,
right.
Man, it's I just the Diggs thing, I think he might miss the first 4 to 6, and I agree. It's a 2-year injury, and besides Jordan Lewis, who else do we have? Besides him and Bland, who do we really got?
Nation Wright is gone.
You got Seatbelt Carson.
Who's that? I don't even know who the guy we got for him.
You guys remember that name?
Y'all keep an eye on Carson. Definitely keep an eye on him.
Wake Forest. He could surprise. He could.
Yeah.
He just had an injury bug. He was injured a lot in college. He missed like 3-4 games every season. But he just has to
he ain't injured right now.
Is he? Is he?
No, he's not injured right now.
Okay, good.
19, I asked Cowboys corner and Champ this. I'm gonna also ask Savage this after I get to you. Now, 19, do you think, we know wide receivers are divas. Does this, even if he get paid, does it still create like a side eye with Ceedee Lamb? Like, man, he motherfucking that value for me. I'm gonna come to work, do my job, and take my ass home, bro. I ain't rocking with these no more. Did you think they create some type of disdain between the organization and Ceedee, even if he does get paid, or it's just business?
Oh man, it depends on the player, man. We got a new breed of athlete now, man. It's get paid first and win second. It's not like it used to be back in the day. Y'all remember back in the day when Emmett held out. I love this topic because I always bring up the Emmitt Smith. He's the perfect example. They even asked Emmitt Smith. They even interviewed him this past week about CeeDee Lamb holding out. Emmett held out. He was the leading rusher that year. He beat Barry Sanders that year. He rushed the Cowboys to a Super Bowl. The key word is Super Bowl. That's the key word. See, now in this day and age, it's all about it's a style now. It's all about who gets paid, who can pay their quarterbacks the most, who can pay their players the most. It's a 65 generation, it's a 65 league we live in. Unfortunately, it's what it is. It's just bottom line. Players want to get paid. I get it. I mean, he deserves it. He's a good wide receiver. He's probably arguably one of the best in the league. I hope it doesn't affect either way. I hope it doesn't affect him mental because a lot of guys get paid and that's it. They don't gotta. You're giving somebody that's came from nothing all this money and right up front off of potential, like Michael Jordan say, you're drafting these guys off of, and giving them this money off of potential, off the potential of being able to, get us to a Super Bowl some kind of way. And that's now it's like I say, back in the day, it was, guys got paid back in the day too, but it's just they won games. They they did what they were supposed to do. They won Super Bowls, and it's going to affect some kind of way. So just look forward to it. I just hope it's just not too negative to where it fucks with his game mentally. But it's affecting him right now. Look, he's not involved in anything. He's chilling. His lawyer / agent is telling him, "Hey man, just hold out." Just like Zeke. You get what I'm saying? So it's affecting now. We don't even realize it, but it is. He could be outside working all that stuff, but it's nothing like getting on that field and putting on the pads and working with your guys and going against other teams like the LA Rams. I think it was, what was that, yesterday? The LA Rams practice. So he's missing out. He's getting fined left and right, and he's missing out on that, because he wants to get paid. And I guess that's how they're doing it now. But I'm old school. I'm all about you win, you show, then you get paid. I'm still stuck in time. I'm you get what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's a sticky situation, but I just hope they can go ahead and end it and get him out there. And obviously, he's probably not going to play against LA, so this Sunday. So, but I don't know, man. That's just my opinion on it.
Okay. Savage, how you feel about it? You think there'll be some type of smoke in the air with him in the organization?
If they don't play him, there will be. We all can agree they should pay him. He didn't even want to wear 88, but Jerry basically forced him to wear 88. He should get paid. And now you have all these other young cats on the team saying, well, what's going to happen when it's my turn? I'm just afraid of, if we make the mistake and sign Dak, there's going to be a couple of odd men out. In my opinion, if Ferguson progresses this year, he could be the number 1, number 2 tight end in the NFL. What do we do with him? We got Tyler Smith looking like he's going to be the highest rated, highest paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's just what do we do with Bland? No team.
Yeah, Bland too. He coming up. Yep.
The NFL has $200 million corners, and we're looking at having 2 of them. Don't be shocked you see Diggs get sent somewhere for a draft pick. If he's not the same from an injury, it's just like, I would like to see Dak take a team-friendly deal, but I'm sorry, I can't see Dak getting Mahomes money, because we pay Dak now. That's $500 million, and I'm just you put Dak on the Raiders, he'll disappear. You'll never see him again.
Yeah.
Damn. Champ, if 2025 draft, what's your first round pick?
Defensive tackle. Or depending, okay, I'll take it back. Depending on, man, you know what? Quarterback.
Ooh.
Quarterback.
Ooh.
Depends where you're picking, though.
Yeah, that's where you pick it. If it's like in the if the Cowboys, let's say the Cowboys have a top 10 pick, quarterback. But if it's like in the, say, from 15 to all the way to, like, say, 25, the best available player, whether it's defensive tackle, wide receiver, or running back, offensive lineman, depending.
This draft is going to be super deep. Defensive tackle, edges, and running backs. Very super deep.
Oh, you know what? If somehow the Cowboys sign Ceedee, Parsons, and Dak, and they give them what they want, they will count 45 to 48% of the salary cap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if they sign CD and Dak with their money, both of them will count at least. I think it's 38% of the salary cap. And then don't forget, in 25, Dak got $40 million in dead money.
Corner, if you had to bet your last damn dollar, are they gonna get something done with Dak, or he out of here?
If I had to bet my dollar, I'd say Dak's on a new team next year.
A new team next year. Okay.
He's a Raider.
Mm-hmm. The Raiders?
Yep.
They're gonna get another number 4.
And that's to see how he gonna do.
If there's a Santa Claus, I wish we could trade him to the Raiders. I'll take anything.
He can't. No, the Raiders would be stupid to trade for him. They know he ain't going to get signed. He's on his last deal.
But then
Dak ain't going to agree to a trade cost because why would he help a franchise out with picks?
But then there could be another team coming to the bidding. I'm sure next year another team would be bidding.
No, the Raiders are going to win Dak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two tight ends.
Damn.
No. I see. If Dak goes to the Raiders, he's going to vanish. That's just my 2 cents. Dak's going to vanish.
Oh my goodness.
That's the only way to start from a rebuilding process. Is the main position on the team is a quarterback. They should just let him walk, and we could start fresh. Because you can't start fresh if you still got the quarterback that's still making the same mistakes in the damn playoffs every year. So
right.
I think they need to go ahead and just let him go, let him walk, let this be his last year, and just start fresh, man.
Right.
But okay, I got one hypothetical question.
Go ahead.
Just say the Cowboys catch lightning in a bottle and they make it to the NFC Championship.
When?
This year. I'm just saying if they catch lightning in a bottle.
That's hypothetical.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. That ain't gonna happen, but I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Would you bring back Dak and McCarthy?
Neither one.
As far as they make it, it's the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
And they go home.
Yes. I'm bringing them both back.
Oh,
and they,
both of them?
Yep.
And they lose?
They just make it there. They make it to the NFC Championship.
I'm bringing both back.
I can't. I can't bring. No.
No, I can't do that one.
No.
And remember last year, that's what they had everything set up for them to make it to the NFC Championship. Championship game. You had 2 home games.
If Dak goes to the NFC Championship game and loses, our fan base will want to put him in Canton. Yet Danny White went to 3 straight NFC Championship games and lost, and he's known as a bum, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
He followed Roger Staubach. That's like following Troy. That's like following Troy Aikman. That's a no-win. That's a no-win situation.
We've lost so much.
And I'm showing my age, but
we've been bad, and we've lost so much that we're at the point where we're saying an NFC win, an NFC Championship, not a win, just getting there.
Nah,
that's not gonna do it for me. No.
I agree. There's no.
That's
more. No more.
That's all we got. That's all we got. What you just said, what y'all are talking about, that's all we have. See, we don't have nothing since the 90s. So all we have to argue about and debate about and talk about is if. Y'all notice every question you're asking, everything you're asking, it says if.
If.
Mm-hmm. If. That's all we got. All we got is the word if. That's all we can go off of.
You know what's so sad? 07, 09, 14, and 16. Those 4 years that we it talked like it was the old days. And then the past 3 seasons. It's frustrating.
Look how we've been feeling after every season. Look how we've been feeling. Every time we get on, Fifth to go live first, and everybody else will kind of chime in. but it's that same feeling. And I think that's what I've been preaching. What my dad was preaching years ago, 40-something years ago. What I've been preaching is finally took its toll. People are finally starting to jump on that, because at first it was always, oh, go Cowboys, yeah. I'm here. I've always been here to win, and what's best for the team. I can give a damn about a YouTube channel. I can give a damn about being right all the time. You get what I'm saying? Because I've been right for almost 30 years. It's time for me to finally be wrong about the Cowboys, because they've been proving me right for almost 30 years. And to have to use the word if for almost 30 years, you can retire in 30. You can retire from a job in 20 to 30 years. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that's in the comment section that weren't born almost 30 years ago, and they didn't get a chance to see the Super Bowls like we did. It's the new norm in Dallas to get so far, and we already know what to expect now. Like, we don't even care. Like, I never really cared about training camp. I used to back in the day, but like training camp now, I heard y'all talking about Dan Quinn earlier. I'm glad he's gone. So now we can get a different coach, because defense wins championships. Defense keeps the offense on the field. Defense keeps our offensive line fresh. You get what I'm saying? So defense and the run game wins championships. When we had a run game, we were on point, but we didn't have a defense. There's always something we're missing, guys. Either we have it on offense and we have no defense. Either we have it on defense or we have no offense. You see the pattern that's been, you get what I'm saying? So I just don't know why they can't figure this out. They can figure out this right here. They can figure out how to make this brand the richest brand in sports, all of sports period. They can figure that out. He can figure out how to be a billionaire. He can figure out how to put our name on the map and be the number one topic. We've been sucking for almost 30 years, but we're still the number one topic on ESPN, NFL Network, Fox Sports, whatever. But they can't figure out how to put 2 and 2 together and get a quarterback in here that's consistent, that turns it on like Eli Manning did against the New England Patriots back, what was that, 2007? They can't figure out to get that running game wins championships. They can't figure out that having a consistent offensive line, healthy offensive line, one tech, or three, they can't figure that out. I don't understand. And they're getting paid all this money to do this. They're not doing it for free. So I'm hoping that Mike Zimmer can bring what he used to bring back in the day. See, Mike Zimmer was really good at finding the weaknesses in players and turning them into their strengths. You get what I'm saying? So hopefully Mozzie can be what we thought he was supposed to be. Just somebody that could just stand in the way, clog up the middle, and just take up space and just do what he needs to do and stop the run. Because stopping the run has been very, very difficult for us. We can't even get our defense off the field to get them a rest. I've said this a million times, Anthony. You're probably tired of hearing me saying it, but you don't use defense to milk the clock. That's what offense is for. Offense milks the clock. When we had Zeke and Dak in their rookie year in the best offensive line football with Travis Fredericks and everybody, man, we was milking that clock left and right. That defense was so tired, they didn't even know what to do with us. We were that was Romo's team, but they just didn't have an answer. But we didn't have any defense. So I'm just hoping that, and I know we're gonna struggle for this year and maybe next year. So y'all get ready. But I'm just hoping in this transition that we're gonna go through the next 2 years, that they find a way to get back to what matters, because they have lost sight of what matters. They've lost sight. They've made the fan base lose sight of what matters. Now all we have is to get on here and I'm not talking about y'all or anybody on this panel, but I don't follow, but I watch. I watch people. You get what I'm saying? And now we're going against each other. Oh, I want to be right. I want to be right about this. Oh, no, watch my channel. Oh, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. But everybody, they don't win championships. See, I've always been the direction of trying to win, get this team in the right position to win a championship. You did it back then. You baited us back then. You bought the team. You brought Jimmy Johnson in. You had Michael Irvin to kind of do a check mark on everybody that didn't want to be here. To get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here. You brought Emmett. You got Eggman. You got Dion them. You had some aces in the deck with Jay Novacek still on the team, and Daryl Moose Johnson, Leon Lett, Larry Allen, and Nate Newton. Jimmy Johnson had an eye for talent, but you got him out of here. You scared him away. We haven't had a real coach since. Barry Switzer, hell, that was Jimmy Johnson's team. So we had no choice but to win the Super Bowl that year. We should have won in '94, but it is what it is. But what matters was booted out. The way to win was booted out. Now you trying to, at the last minute, when you're too old and all this stuff, now you're trying to bring some coaches in here and bring some guys in here. I still think McCarthy is a yes man, but Zimmer is a good start, But
Remember when he had Parcells here?
Yeah,
and he kept getting Parcells' way. If Parcells could have stayed at 1 in 07, there's no telling how far the Cowboys could have went that year.
Man.
But the idiot GM can't get out of his own way.
But
that's the problem with this team.
If you're trying to build this car, and you're an amateur mechanic, and your way hasn't been working, but you still try, and it still hasn't been working. But you got old boy next door. All you need to get him, like said the entertainer said on Kings of Comedy, just give me a 6-pack of beers and cigarettes, man. I'll fix the engine for you. He's a lot better. So instead of you asking him for help or letting him do it, you still want to selfishly try to do it yourself, but it's not working. So if you know that it's not working, why don't you do what's best for your team if you're the one that's creating the controversy? And if you love the team so much, why don't you step aside and just sit back there and sign some checks like the other owners did? Why you gotta be? We know who you are, man. We know how rich you are. We know how many helicopters and boats and cars and stuff you got, man. You ain't got to remind us, dog. So why you gotta be in the mix, man? You don't know nothing about football, man. You know the business side. Good job. You got the star. You got the okay, cool. But come on, dog. Just step aside. Let somebody else tell Steven to step aside too. Because he don't know what the fuck he's doing either. And just let somebody come in here, be a real general manager, run this team, and get us back. Bring your fan base back in. Because now a lot of us are jumping ship. Not meaning that we're going to other teams and stop rooting for the Cowboys. We're just tired.
Yeah.
We're just fed up. I'm sorry, DJ. I didn't mean to go that long, bro.
No, you good, brother. You good. Hey, Corner, you still you are, and I love to be optimistic too, but you are very, very optimistic so far with everything you're seeing. You sticking by the double-digit wins this year?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. And I'm going on core players. When and I'm not talking about you guys, but when fans are doubting this team, I think it's an insult to guys like Ceedee Lamb. Insult to guys like Zach Martin and Tyler Smith. Insult to guys like Malik Hooker and Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland. Because that's the core pieces of this team.
Yeah.
Right.
You're saying because Armstrong and Biotic went to go play for the Commanders, we automatically suck? No. The core pieces are still on this team. Yeah. Is our defensive tackle position still flawed? Absolutely. Is our running back position flawed? Absolutely. But was it the same way last year? Yeah, it was. I think our running back room is better because we don't got a Tony Pollard coming off an injury. I think our running back situation is better right now. I think our defensive tackle situation is better right now because Monty Smith is looking a whole lot better in these clips. So when I say we're going to have double-digit wins, I believe that because the core pieces are still here.
Hey, corner. I got a question real quick, man. Respectfully, running back position. What are you seeing? What are you seeing that I'm not seeing in the running back position right now? Right.
I'm seeing Rico Dowdle, who had over 4 yards of carry last year, 500 yards.
Okay.
I'm seeing Malik Davis. Yes, Rico Dowdle beat him out, but I'm seeing Malik Davis that still got some spring and maybe a chip on his shoulder. I'm betting my chips on that.
Okay.
I'm seeing a third and goal situation with Ezekiel Elliott that maybe we can convert that we didn't convert last year.
Okay.
I'm seeing Nathaniel Pete, Snoop Connor, number 36 and 32. I can't wait to see them in preseason. When it comes to the running back situation, this is a passing league. I don't need a running game. It's nice, but we know Dak could throw the ball in the regular season. We know that. Second in MVP yards. He chokes in the playoffs, but Dak could throw the ball in the regular season.
Okay.
And so, with push comes, do I want Dak throwing 40 times? No, because history tells me we're going to lose. But at the same time, I just need a running game that can get this committee that can get at least 80 yards a game. If this committee can get me 80 yards a game, then we're going to be just fine at that running back spot.
OG, what's going on, brother?
Wow. Okay.
OG, why y'all come on the screen about to be over? OG.
What's happening?
What's up, OG?
I'm grinding, baby.
You on the rig?
Yeah, I'm pulling sodas right now. Yeah.
You pulling soda?
Huh?
What you hauling?
I'm dropping hook right now.
Okay.
All right.
What are you hauling?
You know anything about that, boy?
You break the seal. What do you see?
Rocket fuel.
Be careful, man. You're driving and talking.
And talking,
That's
yeah.
right. And you running. I know that's right.
It's nighttime too. Be careful, man.
OG, what you think about what's going on between CeeDee Lamb and the Cowboys?
Just a drama show. That's all it is, drama show.
You don't think it's too serious?
No, they need some attention right now. Steve Dallas, yeah. We all know Jerry is full of bullshit games. I showed you that for the last 30-something years. Yeah, that's bullshit. They're trying to take the focus off that because how bad the team and they ain't going to do so in the playoffs. So, that bunch of garbage pail kids.
Garbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's garbage pail.
Okay.
That's throwback.
Okay. My take on the running back room. I'm still in the belief that these guys are about to go through the Jason Witten effect. Where no matter how good you look, the guy that been there the longest still gonna tote the rock the most, and I still feel like they don't give Zeke the rock the most. Because Jerry Jones literally came out and said when they got him back, he's still gonna be a starting run back in this league. They let you know right there who's gonna get that rock the most.
Yeah.
These guys are about to get the same thing that James Hanna, Gavin Escobar, RIP, and Jeff Swan got behind Jason Witten. Even though Rico, in my opinion, Rico can move faster than Zeke, side to side. He get lower like a true running back do. But Jerry Jones is still gonna be them his boy. Zeke is his boy. Dak is his boy, and Zeke is gonna have that ball more, even if he's just getting 2 yards. I just feel like I'm with 1980. You got to just sweep it out. Just get them gone, man. Get them gone. Because right now, Zeke is going to run that ball, and Rico should be the main priority running that ball, in my opinion. It should be Rico Dowdle, but it's not going to be because this is who Jerry is.
I think I got Pete, the rookie, as a starter because because you know why? Rookie running backs, they know no better. You got all that energy, all that speed, if the offensive line can block like he was at Syracuse,
Missouri.
yeah.
Mm.
Missouri,
But at
chance
that time,
Missouri.
Missouri too. But
It's in Missouri too.
give him like 10 to 12 carries a game.
First of all, Pete gonna be on the practice squad.
You know this. Like, I hope I'm wrong, but I know I'm right. When we brought Zeke back, I said 100%. He's wearing 15. Zeke was brought back for one reason: to sell jerseys. Everyone said was like, no, he's going to go to 21 again. Gilly's gone. No,
Mm-hmm.
he's wearing 15. Jerry's going to make more back in selling 15 jerseys than he is paying Zeke. And it's just like, it sucks, man. But like, if we go to the NFC Championship game and lose, Jerry's happy with that. Jerry's the smartest man in the NFL. Whatever he does, it turns to gold, and we haven't won shit in 30 years. But also I think, there's a very big disconnect between the young fans and the old fans. The young fans are like, they would be happy with an NFC Championship game and losing. Man, that's like taking a girl out on a date, dropping $500 and getting a kiss on the cheek. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
making it to the first round like a kiss on the cheek. Going to the NFC title, that's not letting you finger pop.
our fan base. And it's sadly, I think a lot of our fan base would rather see Dak get MVP than us win a Super Bowl.
Oh,
Yeah, man, because I got attacked during the offseason about that. About people talking about Dak was second run up to the MVP, but I say he's still 2-5 in the playoffs.
With 7 interceptions in the playoffs.
Wow. So,
Yeah,
all
they
right.
made a big mistake. Big mistake.
All right, corner. This is one of your favorite positions. The O line. How you feeling about them this year?
Oh man, dude, I'm optimistic. That's another reason why I'm optimistic about the running back position.
Okay.
Because I like our depth and I like our starters. You're talking about Chuma Odoga. That's quality depth, whether you like it or not. Tyler Guyton. You got Tyler Smith with T.J. Bass.
Mm-hmm.
You got Brock Hoffman with Cooper Beebe. You got Zach Martin with Jonathan Thomas, and you got Terrence Steele and Thomas as well, right? And so when I look at this line, I look at the depth. This is probably the best line and depth that we've had since Doug Free and them guys since 2014.
Yeah.
And so that's another reason why I'm optimistic 1980 about this running back position, because this line has a lot of good potential. Period.
Okay.
I like Aduga better at guard because did we forget how we looked against Miami at left tackle? He was a turnstile against the Dolphins last year. I think we have a lot of depth, like you said. I agree with you 100%.
Yes.
But when you have a young offensive line, it takes time for them to gel because you as the left tackle,
we got 3 veterans and 2 young guys.
I know, but the left tackle has to know what the right tackle is doing. Every guy has to know what each and every person is doing.
Yeah,
and we also have 2 guys playing positions they never played before. But we have, we do have crazy depth. We got, what's the other kid from last year? TJ Bass. You know what I'm trying to say?
Bass.
We do have depth. It's just, I think there's going to be some like growing pains in the beginning. I hope I'm wrong, but
it's good to have depth. It's really good to have depth. But my thing is ability. I'm worried about ability. I thought Tyler Smith was, when Tyron Smith got hurt, he came in and left tackle, and they moved him to guard. So now he's playing a fresh position. I'm not saying he can't play guard. I'm just saying it's different when you're playing guard in training camp, and then when you're playing in a real game against somebody that want to take your damn head off. So I'm just I like to see the depth, but I think I'm more on ability. I know what Zach Martin can do. Terrence Steele, I'm still kind of about. And offensive line is very important. It's important, most important positions on the damn football team. So when that's strong, everything else is going to flow. I don't know Edoga enough to be like, oh, he's going to be fine. I don't know Hoffman enough to be like, oh, he's going to be fine. It takes years it took years for the Dallas Cowboys. We were very talented when you go back to the Tyron Smith days when he was young, and Travis Fredericks and Doug Free and Leary and all those guys.
Ronald Leary,
Tony Romo had to. They all had to develop together. Jason Witten, they all had to develop together through time. And this is not going to be overnight. It's just not going to be overnight. There's nothing in sports, period, that happens overnight. I'm not undermining what you're talking about, corner. I know you know your depths and your numbers, and you've been watching more than I have. I know you have, but I'm just a little worried about ability. Even though I know we're going to struggle, but I still want to develop while we're struggling. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to find the right. I just hope the right pieces are in the right places.
Right. What I brought up, because what I like about what corner do, when he talk about a player, he goes like he got me invested in the BB pick. Like when we got BB, he was talking about him so much I had to start going looking. And Cooper BB is one of them guys that just looked like he was made to play offensive line. He just looked like he was made. And then he's been getting snapped at center and right. I like that pick. So that's why I really brought that question to a corner, because he's been talking about this old line before training camp. So that's why I brought that one up. And like you said, it's a very important position when it comes to the passing game, the running game. It's a very important position.
And I always ask him, I know he knows. And I can go, hey, corner, how's this guy? How's this guy? How's that guy? How's this guy? I know I can go to him, and I know he knows. That's why I asked about the running back position, how he felt. And I'm glad you brought that question up, because I'm like, okay, we got Rico Dowdle. And y'all know I made videos about Rico Dowdle. I was real big on the development of Rico Dowdle and Malik Davis, or whatever his first name is, Davis. I thought that's the direction that they were going in, that Tony Pollard was hurt and was on his way out. I thought that Rico Dowdle was that next guy up, because he had all the potential to be. You know what I'm saying? With the right offensive line, the right rhythm, the right flow, the right music, everything would start clicking for him. But now, like you just said, Fifth, they brought Zeke back. Why? Why'd they bring Zeke back? Why, man? Why? I get it. Yeah, I know that. We all know that. But as a former football player, a lifelong fan, why would you do that? Now you're putting a different ingredient in this cake that doesn't belong. Now the cake was all right at first, but now you're adding something else to it that's been sitting in the cabinet, and we don't even know if it is out of date. It's out of date. You know when Thanksgiving come around and you need some sage or some allspice or something, and you like, damn, man, it's only a couple days old, but I think I can use it. It'll be all right. That's how I feel about Zeke. Like, dude, your time has passed. Like Herschel Walker. Remember when Herschel, old school, y'all remember when Herschel Walker came back? He wasn't Herschel Walker when he left. He was not Herschel Walker. He did special teams, and he was still kind of a threat at that, but he wasn't Herschel Walker. We already had. We were good. We didn't
ass in UFC in his 50s. He was beating up people in the UFC in his 50s.
Exactly.
Herschel Walker comes around once every million years. He's a freak.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
For the running back room, I'm down. I'm not a fan of this year's running back room at all. Just for the season. The season, we have a first place schedule, and we don't have a first place team. I think we all can agree our team is worse now than it was against Green Bay.
Disagree.
Why you disagree, corner? Go ahead.
Yeah.
You still got your core pieces in place.
Right.
Oh
Right.
shit. Uh-oh.
The core
So
pieces
so what you're
stop
saying
growing.
is everybody that's not here, they weren't effective in our 12 and 5. Like all the main pieces that contributed to us going 12 and 5 are still here. Is what you're saying?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And then we added a Tyler Guyton. We added a Marshawn Neal.
Okay.
We added a Cooper Beebe. Like the difference between this year and last year, knowing what we know now, is the 2023 draft class didn't do shit for the football team when we needed it to.
Okay.
The
But you said
2024 draft class is already looking very promising to contribute to this team.
okay. Let me say this though. You said all the main pieces that contribute to that 12 and 5 are still here. But what was? But did we have that first place schedule when we won that 12 and 5?
You had a second place
Are we
schedule.
playing those caliber teams? Or are we playing better teams?
You had a second place schedule because you were second in your division.
So what I'm saying is, are we playing better teams than we played last year when we had a winning record?
No, these teams we playing, they're just like us. On paper, they look good, but when it comes to it, we're gonna smash them in the mouth. Period.
All right, positive Pat.
Go ahead, Sam.
No,
I like it.
Listen, I pray to God. I pray to God. I hope he's right.
That's what I'm saying. I like it.
Listen,
I'm like 1980.
I see us 8-win season. I see it 9. That's what I'm saying. I think Cleveland's going to smack us in the mouth first game of the year because not for nothing, we always start out slow against good teams. And I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. It's just, like I said, like we all talked about, man. It's like Lucy pulling the football away from Charlie Brown. Like that's what it's like being a Cowboy fan. It's just like you just get like, you know. It's
I got a question for Corner.
Right, man.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, Corner, you still going live Sunday?
I got a question for him too.
Yeah, still going live on Sunday. And let me say this before the other question. I think the morale of Cowboy fans are down, and because, like I said at the start of the show, we lost again how we lost against the Packers. All right, and then you go into free agency and you didn't do anything. You go and you do okay in the draft, and then now you're looking Ceedee Lamb's holding out. So there's a lot of doom and gloom, all right, for Cowboy fans.
Right.
But when you sit back and you put feelings aside, right? It's kind of like when you watch the First Amendment auditors, you got to put law over feelings, right? And so right now we got to put law over feelings. And when you put the law over feelings, the statutes say, hey, we actually didn't really lose anybody. We actually added some good pieces like Kendricks and Nealon and Guyton and Beebe and Maurice Lufau. Like, okay, so you look at the pieces that we lost, I like what we replaced them with when you boil that down. And so when you look at it and it transitions well, say we go beat the Browns. I think we play a hard team week 2. Let's say we beat them, right? Then you 2-0. The optimism risked right there, and like 1980 said, this is all what ifs, right? The optimism, then the morale is back up. Oh shit, Jerry looks like a damn genius. You know what I'm saying?
Who we play first?
The nasty Browns.
Oh, the Browns. Okay.
325 Fox.
You know what I think is going to be important to this season is being healthy.
That's for every team, though. That's for every team. What was your question?
Yeah, I was just about to say that
That's
too.
not true. Mike Tomlin can go through 5 quarterbacks and still get to the playoffs.
Who?
Mike Tomlin for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Man, Mr. 8-8. You want to let's pull up those records.
Go to the playoffs. There's certain coaches in this league. Doesn't matter if the first quarterback, second quarterback goes down, they still get. I'm not saying
Mike McCarthy's one of them. Went 5-1 with Cooper Rush.
I like Cooper Rush, though. He's
4-1.
I'd like to see who's going to be our second stringer, him or Trey Lance. It's going to be fun to see.
What was your question, 80?
Corner. Wide receiver. We got CeeDee Lamb, who's holding out. He's our number one guy. He really has improved himself to me as a consistent outside receiver. But that's just my opinion. I've always saw CeeDee Lamb motioning, catching things over the middle. He's a move around slot kind of guy. I've never known him to be a Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, Megatron, Randy Moss outside. Dez Bryant, consistently power outside receiver. Okay, now we don't know when he's coming back. Okay, now you got Brandon Cooks and you got Jalen Tolbert, guys like Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, Devontae Turpin. How is Jalen Tolbert looking? How is Brandon Cooks looking? Brandon Cooks I think the roles are reversed. He should be the slot guy, and he should be the one because he's like my height. He's like a Cole Beasley to me. It's kind of hard to throw long balls to a 5'8", 5'9" guy. But anyway, how is the wide receiver position looking in camp? Who's that outside guy that stepped up?
Yeah, no, I've been very hard on Jalen Tolbert, but again, this is practice. But Jalen Tolbert is doing something this practice that we haven't seen, and that's consistency. And Jalen Brooks is doing something that I thought he would do, and that's consistency. And then you look at Tyron Billy Johnson. Yes, the Cowboys are his 11th team, but he's stacking good days on good days, right? And that's what you want. Okay. We all been in two-a-days. The coach looks for consistencies. He don't look for hard hits. He don't look for a forced fumble. He would say, "Are you disciplined every day?" And that's what I'm seeing about these wide receivers. They're disciplined every day. They're catching the ball. They're getting open on scramble drills. They're helping their quarterback out. And guess what? These receivers are going against good corners. Seatbelt Carson. You got Deron Bland. Now Diggs is getting some practice now, right? So when I look at this wide receiver core, yes, I want Lamb to move around. I want him to play the slot. I want him to play the outside. Brandon Cooks. I want Brandon Cooks to move around, play the slot. I want to keep the defense on the toes. And that's what Mike McCarthy, I feel like, has been doing since week 5. And so when I look at this depth, I need to see Tolbert be consistent with the lights are on. Same thing with Jalen Brooks. Same thing with Devontae Turpin. And same thing with Tyron Billy Johnson. If we can get now, the biggest problem is Ryan Flowney, who we drafted in this year's draft. He's that bigger type receiver. We don't have that bigger type wide receiver. I need Ryan Flowney to be that big guy, that Dez Bryant prototype, Michael Gallup prototype wide receiver. And we don't have the big guy receiver right now.
Because he's a 25-year-old rookie. I hope he's good.
Do these guys fit? Okay, good. I'm glad you clarified that. Do these guys fit Dak Prescott's attributes?
Yes.
We know what CeeDee Lamb is a guy, he can get open really quick. Dak Prescott needs an Amari Cooper to be successful. He needs a guy that's an excellent route runner, somebody that can get open real fast, because Dak Prescott's thought process isn't as quick as Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Troy Aikman, real quarterbacks like that. He gets flustered, his feet are really bad, and once that line breaks down, you know what happens after that.
Right.
So is there a receiver that kind of fits that's comfortable for Dak Prescott besides CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah. No, Brandon Cooks is one of those. You see them, open some things up. And then Dak and Jalen Tolbert talked before Jalen Tolbert got drafted. And so Dak kind of recruited that. And now that rapport and that execution, you're finally starting to see it in year 3. And so, and then Jalen Brooks and Dak always had this good rapport. And so and Turpin had a good rapport with Dak on a few plays on Cedric Wilson plays last year. So I think, do we have a Cedric Wilson, a CeeDee Lamb prototype wide receiver? We do. We don't have a Michael Gallup, Dez Bryant wide receiver. And that's I think that's the type of receiver Dak is going to need down the stretch of this season.
I'm gonna agree with Corner as far as do we have that type of guy that can? Because I agree with you, 19. We know Dak need wide receivers to be college open. NFL open don't work with Dak. He stand there and wait, thinking the guy gonna run 5 yards away from the defensive back. But yes, Brandon Cooks has been, man, he's been creating some space in camp. Him and Dak has had an excellent connection. Dak and Jalen Tolbert. Tolbert has been in every spot that ball has dropped, and Dak has been dropping it in the bucket for him, literally. Whether it's the corner of the end zone or everywhere, it's been impressive, honestly. Now, will it translate? I don't know. But as of right now, Dak two connections are Tolbert and the other guy. I just said his damn name. I forgot his name. Cooks. That's been Dak main two connections. Jalen Brooks started out good. He's still doing okay, but Tolbert has surpassed Brooks.
Okay.
Tolbert has been running routes. I mean, he has been good, man. Honestly, like I say, I can't say it'll translate, but Brandon Cooks and Jalen Tolbert have been good together.
See, I just think after Lamb, I think Dak's security blanket should be Ferguson, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I think it should be Ferguson. Because, I've been getting laughed at for years.
Yeah.
And I've been saying I want to see Dak Prescott run the no-huddle offense because he is unstoppable.
He is good.
In the last 90 seconds of the game, where he doesn't have to think, the man is unstoppable.
Good job.
I've been saying it for years. I want to see him in a no-huddle offense.
But they do that.
What's the worst?
But they do that. They do that when they're losing in the game.
Yeah. He marches down the field like he's down.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good point. Good point.
People have laughed at me for years. I'm like, he's unstoppable with 90 seconds left.
He is.
Yeah.
He
He is, man. That's one thing. When he don't have to think too much,
exactly. So let him do that more. Let him fast tempo, and you're also keeping the defensive line. Because it's a lot. It's much tiring on a defensive lineman to rush the quarterback than it is to stop the run. So you'll keep the defense on its toes too. But yet I've been getting laughed at for 3 years for saying that.
Call me crazy. He seemed more damn accurate when he's doing that damn no-huddle plays. He can never out.
He's not thinking. He's playing schoolyard ball, and
he's playing sandlot football.
And let me ask you a question: who else is playing sandlot football? Mahomes.
Yep.
Mahomes is playing sandlot football.
He playing all the time. See, they let him do his thing. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's why they're successful, because they're letting Dak. The Cowboys are more of a controlled, a grid. They put Dak on a grid. You can't put Dak on a grid. You gotta, like my boy said, you gotta let him play sandlot football. He's that style of quarterback. Romo was kind of like that. Romo was a scramble, get out. Let me Brett Favre. Let me just get rid of it. Oh, there go Dez. So if you let these guys do what they do, then we might. But
if we're gonna give Dak $500 million, let Dak call the plays. Let him. I'm a firm believer of a good quarterback calling plays because he can see that. He can see it more than McCarthy can, and that's just me. I mean, but I would just love to see him in a no huddle for one game. I would just.
Wow. Okay. I like that. That's a good damn point. That's a good damn point. Man, that's a good point. Schoolyard ball. He definitely do. When there's no huddle, when he going, and we've seen him do it. And it's definitely every time he do it, he's successful with it. He do.
Yep. It's just too late.
Unstoppable. 90 seconds left in the game. Dak is unstoppable.
It's just too late.
Remember that 2016 playoff game when Green Bay was kicking our ass and Dak just started coming back and we were doing that damn no huddle? He was just bombing. We brought it back, 31-34 all. They were just going. He was just going. I mean, he was stinking it up at first, but when we were playing, like you said, when we were losing, he just dropped everybody getting. He's throwing it to this guy, that guy. That's a good damn point. Damn point. We're gonna do one more topic and we're gonna go. I'm gonna come to you first, corner. Mike McCarthy, corner, you said NFC East, but can he really win? You got confidence in this team. Can he really win a Super Bowl with this team?
Mike McCarthy, can he win a Super Bowl with this team?
Yeah. I mean, just from a coaching standpoint with what he got.
I'm going to say
so,
this. It's a coach that won a Super Bowl with one team has not won one with another. And there's only been 2 quarterbacks to do, and that was the greats, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
So the odds are stacked against him. I will say yes because he's won a Super Bowl before. He knows what it takes.
Wow.
But
okay.
I need better consistency than what we have been getting from offense and on defense.
Let me come to you, 19. I'm gonna switch it up. Al Harrison took they got him labeled as assistant head coach or whatever, but we know he still got a big side on the defensive side of the ball. You think him and Zimmer will jail good?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be fine. I'm not worried about them. Yeah. Zimmer runs a basic 4-3 defense. So you're going to see 4 down line and 3 linebackers. I really wish they would put Michael Parsons back in outside linebacker, man, where he belongs. I really don't. That's the only thing. It's the only piece to this puzzle. Like Jerry said, the chessboard that they're doing with Michael Parsons, just chess pieces, moving them around. I get why they're doing that to confuse the defense, but for God's sakes, man, it's not a video game. You're going to wear him out. You can't turn the team off. Yeah, they're gonna kill him, man. He's gonna retire early because of this shit. You don't do nobody like that. This guy needs help. You get what I'm saying? So I just really wish he's so undersized. I mean, I get it every now and then, okay, but he's so undersized to consistently going up against 300-pound linemen and putting hands on him and pancake him and putting him on the ground. I just wish they would just put him at linebacker just to, see what he can do. His natural position is that's just where he belongs. In my opinion, seeing different defenses in my day, I've seen this before. I've seen Lawrence Taylor. They kept him at linebacker. I've seen Ray Lewis. They kept him at middle linebacker. They didn't move him around and do all that bullshit. That's why he was able to. That's why Ray Lewis was able to play so long because they kept him where he belonged. They gonna kill this man. They don't know what the fuck they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what type of beast they're unloading, man. I'm telling you.
They didn't move Junior Seau around.
They didn't move Junior Seau around. They didn't move guys like I'm telling you. They didn't move Ken Norton around. They didn't move. They kept them guys where their strengths were.
Man. Loved me some Ken
Norton. They kept him where they were. They kept those players where they were. That's why they were able to play so long. But they keep using this young man as a chess piece. He gonna get hurt. He's not gonna last long, guys.
I like you saying it's not a video game. I love
it's not a video game. In Madden, you turn on. It's like the damn coaches are playing Madden now. They putting players where they don't belong and all this stuff. That's what Dan Quinn was doing. All this speed and stuff on the field. He's got safeties playing linebacker. He had shit all over. We were getting. We could. Of course, we couldn't stop the damn run because we didn't have nobody the right size to do it. They getting pushed back. They getting killed out there, man. You're going to kill these guys, man. Guess what, man? Guess what I figured out? Michael Parsons is a human being.
Yeah.
He's human. He's not fucking. Don't let this media and shit hype you up about this guy, man. He's a great talent. He's a talented guy. Right. Put him at linebacker, man. You're going to kill him, man. That's the only beef I got. But as far as Al Harris is doing a wonderful job with the defense, with the secondary, I've always liked his approach to the DBs and his energy and everything, and his putting the guys at the right place at the right time. But I really can't wait to see him and Zimmerman team up on a real game, not just in practice. And, a real game to see how they're going to do together. Because Zimmer, he got me saying Zimmerman. Zimmer is a silent assassin. He reminds me of a coach I used to have in high school. His name was Coach Tovar. He was real quiet. He was a defensive guy. He was real quiet. But boy, when he started coaching, he was a beast. He was a monster. He was all about discipline. He was all about no mistake. He took no bullshit off anybody. Not that any coach should, but that's what type of coach Zimmer is. He's one of those, he's quiet. And if you interview him, he's really soft-spoken. But out there on that field, discipline is the number one priority to him. And that's what you need. Defense, you have to be disciplined because discipline makes you consistent. Discipline makes you consistent with everything you do. So I can't wait to see them two together.
Right, Savage, man. How you feel before just give it your last thoughts? How you feel about well, I guess what you want to see from Parsons this year?
Well, I have a question with that. Do you think with us losing Sam Williams for the entire year, do you think now that's going to put Micah back at defensive end for a lot more snaps? That's a
Oh, that's a
question
good
I have.
question. That's a good damn question.
Knowing them, yeah. Knowing the
That's a
Cowboys,
good
yeah.
damn question.
That's a good question.
I
Yeah.
think once Sam went down,
that was it.
I think
Yeah.
they're telling Micah, you better put on 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Because
they're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him, man.
That's
You gonna see, watch. All you gonna see all year long is him alternating. Hey, come out, call me out. Like Zeke used to do when Zeke got tired.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You gonna see Michael Parsons doing that on defense. He gonna be like, come on, I'm tired, I can't go. And then he's gonna be going in and out, in and out. Instead of them moving him around, he's gonna be going in and out. The alternating, substitute.
And I'm gonna let you get your spiel, Sam, but just to tag on the 1980, that's not normal. You don't do that. You don't do that. Like when like Khalil Mack didn't move, when they moved Von Miller up to D and he stayed there. It wasn't no alternate, it wasn't no other side of it.
In my opinion, it's much harder to switch on defense from the left side to the right side than it is for an offensive lineman. That's just my sense. That's my 2 cents. I think it's much easier for a left tackle to go to right tackle, vice versa, than it is for a defensive lineman or a defensive edge or linebacker to go from to the left to the right to each play. It's more intricate. It's more technical on defense.
Oh yeah,
but
for sure.
Listen. I don't want a 242-pound edge, and that's what my favorite is.
That's small, man.
It sure is, man. That's it. Yeah,
it's that's 242 pounds now.
Right. And I remember before Randy Gregory, the last training camp Randy Gregory had with us, they asked him, they made a joke. They said, "What are you, 275?" He said, "I wish."
I'm glad you brought that up.
He said, "I wish." That's a 6'4" defense, 6'6", whatever he was, telling you he wish he had them few extra pounds. Parsons is 30, almost 40 pounds lighter than that.
I don't think he showed up for training camp in Tampa Bay. Would you give Randy Gregory a call back now?
Now with Sam Williams gone? Oof. Oh, can I trust him?
Yeah.
But weed's legal, so what is there to try? I mean,
yeah.
Randy wasn't a problem. He just liked to smoke and do his edibles. I mean,
we didn't know how much we trusted Sam Williams though, because he was Mr.
Good point.
He was, man. When Sam Williams went down, it didn't really hurt. It didn't really affect me. I was like, damn, because he was starting to kind of learn a little bit. Yeah. But Sam Williams can do some stupid ass shit, man. I mean,
penalties.
Oh my god. I just didn't know how much stock they really had in him this year. Man, I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna start, because he's been around, he knows the system. And there was really nobody else. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I was really iffy about Sam Williams. I hate he got hurt because we need him now. But yeah, I wasn't really too. I was like, well, I mean, shit, this motherfucker get penalties all the goddamn time. So, but I was shit. Gregory, hell, I wouldn't. Shit, I'd take a chance on him.
What do we got to lose?
Right.
That's a good damn point. I like that point, man. Like your last point, 1980 about the Parsons thing. Boy, that was a good damn point. They gonna shorten his damn career.
And
yeah.
And he's already said he didn't say the amount, but he's already said he's only playing in his head. He's playing a certain amount of years and he's done. And he said that on the Pivot podcast. He said that.
Really?
He didn't say he didn't say the exact number of years, and he said, "Oh, my agent's telling me to shut my mouth, not say nothing." But Mike already said it on the Pivot. I'm playing a certain amount of years, not a day more.
He shouldn't have said that.
He shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you got stuff like that. You got to keep to yourself because that'll deter the thought process of you
It was
getting
the
paid and all that shit.
It was
Yeah.
last year's episode when they were at training camp and they did the pivot. And he said it. He goes, I'm playing a certain amount of years and I'm done.
Oh man, why did he run his mouth a little bit too
Shouldn't even
much for
say
me?
nothing like that.
Yeah, he run his
That's
mouth
what
a
his
little bit too
agent was
much for
telling
me.
him. Like his agent was saying, shut up, don't say that.
But I'm like, if you're gonna use me as a chess piece, you're gonna have me here and there and here and there, wearing my body out. I'm gonna need to get paid. I'm gonna need to get compensated for that. You get what I'm saying? So they owe him some money too, pretty soon. So
Man.
But yeah, it's crazy, man.
It is, man. Hey, look, I appreciate y'all coming on, man.
Good show.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure Corner doing talking crazy tomorrow. Salute to everybody watching. I'm gonna get out of here and get me some sleep, y'all.
All right, man. I appreciate it, brother.
All right,
y'all take it easy, man.
Right, man.
Peace.